The JNB Hive presents hashtag Inside Job. Pro tips to get you going. So I'd just like you to introduce yourself and just tell us what you do. Yeah.
So my name is Maushami Chetty. I run a company called Aarya Legal, and we are a legal consultancy that specializes in providing legal services for entrepreneurs.
Okay. Actually, I was about to get into that why was it so important for you to provide this service to particularly entrepreneurs? What need did you see that they needed?
So it's more about how I like to work,
Okay.
if that makes sense. So obviously I knew that there was a gap between legal services as they're traditionally provided on an hourly rate basis and by bigger law firms with higher cost factors, and smaller businesses couldn't really afford legal services. They didn't see the need for legal services. So it was a matter of changing the model to fit the business. So not forcing small businesses to buy law the way big companies do,
Yep.
but changing the way law is provided for small companies.
Okay.
The why more has to do with my personal fulfillment. I used to work for a large law firm. I didn't like doing that kind of work because it felt soulless. I couldn't be connected to what the business was really about, because you're dealing with employees in the business,
Okay.
like an in-house legal person or someone who doesn't really care about what the outcome is. But when you deal with entrepreneurs, you can sit down and the person will tell you what their dreams and aspiration for the business is, and then you can get really involved in that.
And you can like tailor make
Yes.
your service for them, kind of thing.
To be honest, the thing that excites me is not the law.
Okay.
It's people and solutions to problems that humans face and helping people reach their full potential. So I love people. I love people who are excited about creating positive impact or putting something into the world. And if I can help that person do that, and I can be involved in your excitement about your project, that's what drives me.
I think maybe when you started off, I'm literally just speculating here. When you started out, you volunteered wherever you could have, and I just want to know, what was the importance of volunteering for you, and what could be the importance for anybody who's trying to start up anything, for them to start at volunteering first?
So I'm assuming you mean like doing services at no cost initially.
Basically.
So the first business that I started was actually in professional speaking, not in law.
Okay.
And initially, to get your name out there, you do have to do some gigs for free. But it's very difficult when you are a person who has studied and has incurred fees and has a student loan in order to continuously do stuff for free. So I'm very mindful of giving that advice to people in the creative industry, because I feel like if you're a designer or you're a videographer, your values, your service is already undervalued in the market for some reason,
Already.
right? So at some point in time, sure, initially to create a portfolio that you can show to other people, you could do a few things for free, but I would suggest rather do a value exchange. So find someone like a lawyer who needs a logo design and say to them, I will design this for you if you create this contract that I need. A value exchange means that you're not undervaluing yourself, but you're bartering it for something else of value.
Yeah.
You know, because psychologically, when you're starting out, if you're not valuing your services, it's one of the most difficult things to do, I think, as a new business, is to set how you will price and how you value yourself, and learning that sales process. So doing things for free, I would rather look, if you have a skill, at valuing that skill and exchanging it for services you need.
Okay, cool. So, like I was saying in the beginning, that your credentials are quite heavy, you know, but I just want to know that it's very clear that you did not want to stop learning, and it's very clear that you're still in a learning process, and you just want to open up yourself to be like SpongeBob and just absorb, you know. I just want to know that, where would you say that most of your knowledge comes from?
So You know, my background is quite academic, and I love books, and I read a lot. But in truth, I find it's easier to absorb knowledge from other people.
Okay.
So other people who are experts in a field or who have read things and processed it. So if I can find people that I trust who are experts in certain topics, just speaking to them allows me to grow my knowledge base.
Okay.
So books and people.
Books and people. All right. So you've been to the Hive quite a few times.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's that like one word or phrase that you can like describe it with. What would be that word or
Buzzing, I think.
buzzing?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you unpack that?
So it's not just because it's called the Hive, but I think every time I've been here, it's been quite busy. You get a sense of youthfulness and of energy, and it doesn't have a sense of there's a bunch of old people who are disconnected who are running the process. It feels like it's an organic process that the
It's running
people in
itself.
it are driving it, right? And there seems to be this sort of electricity that I think Braamfontein has in general, and so yeah, that's why I chose buzzing.
Yeah. Thank you so much.